Hey there, it's Mackenzie, your host of Winning. We're looking for sponsors for the podcast. If you have a business that you would like to promote to thousands of people, send us an email at podcastwinning@gmail.com or send us a message on social media. I cannot wait to hear from you. Now on to the show.
Winning is your guide to making it in business. Join our award-winning host and entrepreneur, Mackenzie Kilshaw, and special guests in casual conversations that will educate and inspire you on your business journey. Winning will help you learn the hard lessons the easy way with guidance from celebrated entrepreneurs and business leaders. It's fun. It's informative. It's winning.
Hello, all of you beautiful people. Thank you for tuning in today. I am so pumped because the holidays are one of my favorite times of year, and they're also a time that I used to feel stressed out and anxious and tired, and we should not be going through the holidays like that. So I am Mackenzie Kilshaw, the host of Winning. If you haven't listened yet, welcome today. I'm going to give you some holiday survival tips for entrepreneurs and small business owners. And honestly, this is to take care of business, but also to take care of yourself. Because like I said, you want to enjoy Christmas. You want to enjoy the holidays. You want to have some time off, right? You have to be healthy and happy and in a good frame of mind to do that. So I know who you are. You're the entrepreneur and small business owner that is just entering the craziest time of year, the holidays. So I've been in your shoes and I know what you're thinking, that you have to work like crazy right now in order to make a ton of money so that when your slower time or January, February hits, that you can relax. Does that sound right? I have been there. I work 12-hour days, 7 days a week to try to cram as many things into each day and make the most. And I'm literally speaking about money here, to make the most of every day. Many of you, especially those in retail and services, may only have one day, or if you're lucky, you might get 2 days off at holiday time. You want to enjoy these days and the days leading up to them. And if you are stressed and tired, that is pretty hard to do. Did you know that stress, anxiety, and depression worsen during the holidays? It's an already busy time and stressful time, so let's try to lessen those negative things now. I've created a list of ways to mitigate your stress and fatigue so you can enjoy the holidays and still get the most out of your busiest time. I'm not telling you to not work. That's not what I'm saying. But let's find the best ways and the most efficient ways to be able to make the most out of your business, but also let you enjoy this time, because that's what you should be doing. The first, and I don't know that I do this enough in my own life and business, but it's to show gratitude. So at the busy time of year, take a moment to show your gratitude towards your employees and your customers. So focus on the positive things and all of the joys that you have in life. You can send a note or an email with your appreciation, or you can host an event to celebrate the good times, right? With your clients or your family and friends, and let yourself enjoy that time. Really enjoy that celebration. I love hosting events, but if you hear me say that and it feels like stress on top of stress, don't worry about it. Send an email instead, and then write yourself a note about what you feel grateful for at that moment. When you have a moment of feeling stressed or you're anxious about something, read that note that you wrote yourself, and I bet you will feel better. Because even small goals and wins make you feel good. So write down when you feel really good so that when you don't feel so good, you're reminded of that. Communication. So this is important all year round, obviously, but the holidays are stressful for most people. And now is the time to communicate. It's so much more important right now, right? So be sure that your employees and your team know what's happening. So make sure that they know your holiday policies, what your holiday hours are, if you have return policies, what days off are, days that you're closed, your business is closed, anything that they might have questions about. Communicate this to them in more ways than one, excuse me. So not just one way, but do a training session or training seminar, email them, post the info in your lunchroom. I mean, I don't care how you tell them, but tell them once, tell them twice, tell them however many times you need. It might seem redundant, but to have questions coming your way on these things every day or every hour, it's going to stress you out more, right? So be sure that you communicate everything that they'll need to know early, do it now, and often to lessen yours and their stress levels, because they'll feel more confident too if they know what's going on. Okay, my favorite thing to do is make a list. So either real, like literally pen and paper, or virtual. I mean, there's so many apps now that you can create yourself a list or a schedule of things to do. And create yourself a hot, a warm, and a cold list. So if something's cold, it's something you'd like to do, but you don't need to do it or it can wait. Consider pushing that off until after the holidays. Like put that into January. If you don't need to do it now, put it off. It's off your list for now. You're not going to worry about it. Then you're going to want to move on to the warm list. So those are things that you need to get completed or done soon, but they're not urgent. So that might be next week. Probably not tomorrow. Those are going to be hot things. But things that you can, push back a little bit. And then, of course, your hot list. So the hot list is the items that need to be done now, today, this hour, in the next few days or weeks. Focus on those items. So those are the things that are really important. Those are the things that you have to do now and you can't put them off. Put those at the top of the list, get them done. Don't procrastinate on those because a hot thing's going to get real hot quick. And guess what? Warm things get hot, right? So get the hot things off your list. And if you can delegate those in entirety or portions of those tasks to your team, let them help you. Like you don't need to do everything yourself. Let your team help you and make those really big things a lot smaller. And that is going to save you so much stress, fatigue, anxiety, everything. The fourth thing is motivation and momentum. Be sure to motivate yourself and your team to perform at your best right now. So maybe that's offering an incentive to reach your goal. And it can be yourself. It can be for your team. So maybe for yourself, it's a holiday. Maybe you take a week or a weekend off, a staycation. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to be like, oh, I got to go on a trip around the world. Take a weekend and just chill. For your staff, maybe it's a staff lunch or a get together or gift cards, right? Something that they can look forward to, because when you have something to look forward to, you often feel less stressed getting there. So have something for them to be excited about, and that's going to have their momentum going too. Number 5, something I always talk about is get help. So get help from your team or hire someone to assist with tasks. By lessening your workload, you'll actually be more productive in the areas that you excel in, and that's going to make you more successful. And I know it sounds crazy, do less and get more done, but it's actually proven that if you focus on what you're good at and you farm out what you aren't good at or what causes you stress, you're actually going to get more done. So this is where those 12-hour days can become 8-hour days, leaving you less fatigued and more profitable. And this is focusing your time and energy on the things that make you money. If you're in sales, like I had a clothing store, right? I was really good at sales. I had to focus on sales at that time. And I could pay someone to clean. So I didn't have to be at my business cleaning at 8 p.m. when I should be relaxing or spending time with my family. So you might have to spend a little bit of money right now, but I guarantee you that money's going to come back to you. Something that we all talk about, but we don't often do, is to set and enforce boundaries. I'm going to say that again. Set and enforce boundaries. Are you a people pleaser? Because that was me. I said yes to everything. I didn't want to disappoint people or let them down. So I said yes to absolutely everything, and that led to total burnout. And if you don't want to do something or you don't have time to do something, it's okay to say no. And I know that I can say that here. Oh, just say no. And it seems really easy. And then you have to do it and it's hard. But is being stressed and exhausted a better feeling than saying no? Because I can tell you it is not. And if you let people know what they can expect out of you at this time, then they don't have that high expectation. Don't take on any extras right now. It's okay to tell someone you want to help them or to do something, but it will be in the new year. And you know what? The new year is a great opportunity for new things, as it's something to look forward to and to promote in a slower season, which I really like because that's maybe a goal or something that you're like, I'm going to do this in the new year. Do not be afraid of saying no, you guys. If you are stressed and tired and have nothing left to give, no one wins, right? Which brings me to self-care and balance. So we need to be proactive and not reactive. You can't wait till you're tired or don't feel good to do something. You got to set it up now so you can succeed. So it means setting time aside for yourself and self-care now, right now. So whether that's reading or exercise or sleep or healthier eating or spending time with your spouse or your kids, a massage, whatever it is that gives you rest, relax, and a recharge of your batteries. I always talk about this, recharging your batteries. You need to do the things that bring you joy and the things that lessen your stress. And whether that's daily, a few times a week, weekly, whatever it is, you need to set that time aside so that you can give your full self. Something we forget about, but it's so important. Be sure to keep hydrated. Dehydration causes you to be sluggish, and then it often results in a lack of energy and headaches and all that stuff that's not going to help you. So drink water. Like have a water bottle full at your desk, at your workstation, wherever it is, and drink that thing because it's going to help you out. You come first. You matter first. Because if there is no you, there's no business or there's a huge void in your business. So plan ahead, set a schedule and stick to it. That is going to be the hardest part, is to stick to it. But put it in your calendar, make yourself unavailable at this time, and don't give yourself the option to miss out on the recharge because you need it. Do not, I'm going to say that twice, do not bend or break your schedule. If you do it once, you're going to do it again and again. So if you're in a service industry, maybe, and someone's like, oh, I forgot to book an appointment. Can you squeeze me in? And you think, oh, it's Christmas. I have to do it because if I don't, they're not going to have their hair done or their nails done or whatever. Well, unfortunately, that's not your fault that they didn't book an appointment. And now you've taken time away from your kids, or maybe it's Christmas shopping with your friend, or maybe it's making that gingerbread house with your kid, or whatever your time is going to be spent on. Now you're going to be working. And it's not worth it in the end. So I heard something the other day and it really resonated with me. And that was, if you have a full cup now, how can you find space for everyone else? If you do not have enough space for yourself, you have no space for others or problems or frankly solutions. So you need to make sure that you've got room in your cup and that things are good with yourself, that you're getting enough sleep and getting some exercise and eating healthy and doing all those things that fill you up so that you can be there in the times that you need to be. And quality over quantity, especially at this time. Doing less but better will get you way farther ahead than just doing more to get it done. Just striking something off your list to strike it off your list is not a good idea. We need to, right now especially, but I say this all the time, avoid energy suckers. And if you don't know what I mean, it's a situation, and it's sometimes people, which is hard to think about, that really suck the life out of you. This drains you. You dread it. You maybe dread going to this place or dread seeing that person. And that extra stress and anxiety will cause even more stress and anxiety. So literally avoid those situations. I mean, just say no, right? I'm not going. I'm not booking this person, whatever it is, avoid it. It's going to help you out. And set hard times to turn off your phone and return emails. This was so hard for me. I used to get Instagram DMs at like 11 p.m. and I'd answer them. And like, really, who was expecting a reply at 11 p.m.? They're just sending it because they thought about it now, so they're sending it. They don't expect you to reply to them. You're going to thank me when you aren't replying to an email at 10 p.m. Leave it till the morning. If you're like me and you read it and you are going to forget it, make yourself a note, but like leave it. Take care of that tomorrow. You need that time for yourself. You deserve to enjoy the holidays and to go into the new year feeling energized. So I hope that this little mini episode has given you some insight and ideas into how you can get through the holidays and lessen your stress and anxiety. If you have questions or you want to chat more about this, send me a message on social media. I would love to hear from you, and I'm the one that answers them. So please pop me a message. I'd be happy to help you out. Thanks again so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode. Thanks for listening to Winning. Be sure to subscribe to get all of our new episodes. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others. Post about it on social media and leave a rating and review wherever you listen to Winning. To catch all of the latest from us, you can follow Winning Podcast on Instagram at winning_podcast, Facebook at Winning Podcast, and on Twitter at Winning Pod. Winning was created and is produced by me, Mackenzie Kilshaw. Music created by Summer Furby. Editing by Seth Armstrong. Special thanks to Shauna Foster for voicing our opening. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.